out this new record button here. Okay, let's kick it off. Today we're talking about WTF, circle prospecting. What is circle prospecting? I know I've mentioned it to you guys a few times, and what I'll probably do is I might share my screen here as well so I can show you a little more in depth. But long story short, the reason why I bring up circle prospecting is it is an opportunity for you, especially for open houses, to start reaching out and, because I hear people, sorry, I got a little thing here. I hear people always talking about, oh, my farm. If you really want to work a farm, just dropping flyers on the door, in my opinion, is not enough. I've heard a lot of creative ideas when it comes to working a farm. One of those creative ideas is walking around with boxes and putting them on their doors. I guess my thing is why not do the full spectrum of trying to touch somebody? I remember long time ago I was an instructor, and one of the things that we would always talk about is being able to touch every sense when it came to students, and that's how they would retain information. So physically making them tangibly, they could walk away with something tangible. They're able to physically write something out. They can see it, they can hear it, they can smell it, they can taste it. Anytime you can touch more senses, you get more opportunity for learning to occur. And I think when you just drop a flyer at somebody's door, that's just not enough. And I think that's why we're creating a lot of these extra products when it comes to open houses. So people can walk away with stuff tangibly. When they show up, or even with like our listing packages, I'm making them do homework. I'm making them physically write out stuff that's just tying them deeper into, you're going to sell your house with us. So one of the things that I see right now that we're kind of missing as a team is, why aren't we calling these people? If you're in a farm or if you have an open house, there's homes all around this sign. That's our sign. Or if we're putting out open house signs, there's open house signs everywhere. And you're dropping flyers, but you're not taking it to the next step. So now we're going to talk about circle prospecting. So circle prospecting, what is it? Circle prospecting is basically, taking the opportunity. I almost called, back in the day, I used to call it the 10-10-20 program. And I'm sure there's a lot of gurus that had taught something similar, where there's, 10 houses to the left, 10 houses to the right, and 20 across the street. All you're basically doing is you're going to call around in that area around either the house that you have listed or the open house that you're going to be standing. And, it's great because it's kind of like a warm lead. You're not calling with a pitch right away as if it's a cold call and basically saying, hi, this is Chris, Kim Steele & Associates. You looking to sell a home? You're basically giving a call saying, hi, this is Chris, Kim Steele & Associates. How are you today? Yeah, I want to let you know I'm holding an open house with your neighbor, like literally 3 doors down from you. I just wanted to give a call and let you know it's going to be on Saturday from this time to this time. Do you think you can make it? No, man, that's too bad. I would love for you to swing by. I just really want to get some input from the neighbors and see what you guys think. And not only that, but we've learned that most of the time, the people that are going to end up buying this house, one of the neighbors already knew them, and they're, you probably already have somebody that wants to move to this neighborhood, and this might be the house for them. Are you sure you can't make it? So that's kind of the whole point and purpose behind circle prospecting when it comes to open houses, or again, when you're working a farm. If you're working a farm, being able to call around to that neighborhood. So I know Edie for a little while was starting to work Shady Grove, and now we're starting to get a lot of listings over in Shady Grove. So Edie, you probably should have kept it up, right? You still can do it, but actually give a call to Shady Grove and everybody in that neighborhood. Say, hey, did you guys hear? Tom McGinnis just went into escrow. By the way, did you know we just listed a house? Do me a favor, go over there and congratulate your neighbor, because we're going to get their house sold too. But being able to call around on top of dropping the material in their doors, maybe doing yellow letters and white letters. And I've had people ask me, what is that? So yellow letters, white letters is a form of circle prospecting as well, just a little bit different. So you can view it as a farm. You're going to basically start off, and I used to do this quite often, but we got too busy. You just listed a house, and you handwrite a letter, 10, 10, 20, 10 across the left, 10 to the right, and 20 across the street. You handwrite a letter and say, guess what we just did for your neighbor? We just listed their house. It will be on the market at this time, looking to do an open mega house on this time. If you know anybody that's looking to buy, do me a favor. Let them know about this house. Then you follow up with a professional letter, a white letter, which has the professional letterhead. If you guys need that, I have it. A professional letterhead at the top, and you type out some super cool stuff and say, guess what we just did for your neighbor? And then you throw in a photo of that house, And you do that, yellow letter, white letter, then you follow up with direct mail if you're going to be building out a direct mail farm database based off of the homes that you've listed, sold, or have in escrow. And you basically are going to go through the success story of that house every time you get it. I just listed it. Hey, everybody, guess what? I just listed it. Just went in escrow. Guess what, everybody? So excited. It just went into escrow. Congratulate your neighbor. Or it just sold. You would not believe we just sold it. Multiple offers in 2 weeks. Ended up selling at about $100,000 over asking. Fantastic. Could help you do the same thing. Hit me up for a free valuation. So that's pretty much what I wanted to pass on to you guys today. I know I wrote it down in that paperwork that I gave you on Tuesday, but I just wanted to kind of run through what's in my mind because I don't always get a chance to do that, and kind of let you guys know. So now I'm going to close out the camera here, and I'm going to pull out, I wonder if I could do both at the same time. Oh, look at that. That's magic. Can you guys see my screen and see my goofy face on my screen? Really cool. Look at that. This is like perfect for people that are vain. Okay, so let me minimize this. I'll move this over here. So this is what we're going to do now. So how do you find a list if you're going to do circle prospecting phone calls? I personally use RedX. I don't know about other systems. I just know about the system that I use. And what I'll tell you guys is if this is something that you want and you don't have one of these systems, you can hit me up, and I do not mind. I do not mind doing it. I did it for Kaz yesterday. Today's Friday. If you haven't gone out and dropped your 10, 10, and 20 for your open house this weekend, you're doing it wrong. If you want to sit down and do some warm calls like I set up for Kaz, all you need to do is let me know. Just give me a call, send me a text, or send me an email. So all I'm basically doing, I'm doing what's called a geo lead, and I'll go ahead and tap one. Let me see if I can pull this bad boy back up. Because what I'll do is I'll have somebody physically give me an address. So somebody give me an address of, yeah, today's Thursday. You're right, Don. Somebody give me an address of a house they're standing this weekend. Okay, there it is. 38, uh-oh, lost him. Hold on one second. 3896 Lake Circle Drive. So Lake Circle Drive, it's right there. It's going to pop down Lake Circle Drive, so it looks like this is out by the ocean. Oh, it's Fallbrook. Okay, cool. Fallbrook. That'll change things a bit because it looks like we're like, I don't know where the hell that is. Fallbrook, California.
Lake Shore. That's showing you're off of Lake Shore.
There we go, Lake Circle. So there's Lake Circle. It popped up, right? So here's 15, and here's Lake Circle, and I can go down and drop 50 homes. Now, I know this neighborhood pretty well. It's like it literally is like a big goofy circle, and it has a mix of McMansions and a mix of like other homes. So let's say, and they're literally just this is like one of the few places in Fallbrook that are almost like Temecula, right? So let's say instead of 50, I wanted to go 100. Preview. BAMSIS. There it is. Now you got 100 homes. It's going to give you basically 2 phone numbers per home that you can hit, and all you're going to do is press Get Leads. There you go. You got your Circle Prospect list. Start giving them a call. Invite them to the open house. Put out a bunch of signs around that area. So right here, Dan, if I were you, print off 100 flyers today. Go hit that area. Take somebody else that's on the team that might want to help you out, and knock it down. Drop some flyers, make some phone calls, call them while you're at the open house, try to get them over there. So this is the whole point of circle prospecting. It gives you other opportunities. It gives you another way to try to touch and communicate with the people that A, may bring you a buyer, or B, may actually look to be listing and selling their home. What's this? Do you pay for leads of is it as much as you want? I think I understand what you're asking with your bad English here, Dan. So for RedX, this is just part of the system. There's a certain number of leads that I can use every month, and it's actual like number. So if I want 100 homes, then it taps into my total of 2,000. However, and that's 2,000 a month I can use. However, if they come up and they don't have any phone numbers available, it doesn't charge me against my total 2,000 number that I can pull as far as circle prospecting. So this is why I was telling people, I think, so there is a cap. The answer is yes, there's a cap of 2,000. Now, I don't know if you realize how many that is, but let's say you have your own system. So I don't know how much, you know, I haven't looked at pricing for RedX in so long. The RedX. I think what I like about RedX is it's kind of like a la carte. So give me 1 second, I'll pull it up. Here it is here. I know Jen came in yesterday and she was kind of showing me some of it. I don't know if it'll show me the pricing. But, you know, I've looked at a lot of systems, and some people pick on me because I still use RedX, and they're like, oh, this is better. And here's the thing. In my opinion, for quality, Vulcan 7, from what I've been told, is a more superior system. However, what I like about RedX is I only pay for exactly what I want. I only pay for expires and I pay for GLEs. I'm not a huge fan of for sale by owners. It's just not me. It's not something I'm into. And I just don't touch this thing right here or pre-foreclosures. Storm Dialer, I've used Storm Dialer. I would not pay this money for Storm Dialer, and it's not that it doesn't do a good job. It's just for me and my personality. I believe if I'm focused on cranking through calls as opposed to making connections and converting people, then I'm literally going to crank through a bunch of calls and never get any conversions. That's just how I've come about it. But the big thing that I love about this are these two features. These two features have done us extremely well, and this feature is huge. So if you yourself will not go through 2,000 of these unless you just aren't doing anything else. If you're doing it for open houses, if you're doing it for your personal farms, on your just listed, just sold, or going through the Kim Stone Associates, just listed, just sold type stuff, you still won't run through 2,000. But basically what's cool about that is you will literally be walking into warm calls. You're calling all of the neighbors on every listing, every just sold, every in escrow that we have within the team. And if you reach out to other agents and you could start calling around there as well, great. Open houses, same thing. So to me, there's a lot of opportunity here. It's just like anything else when it comes to any form of prospecting. It's just a numbers game, period. It's just a numbers game. Click on the feature at the top. What are you talking about, Dan? What are you talking about, Dan? Click on what feature at the top? Use your microphone. The pricing, I just showed it. Can you guys still see my screen? I just showed the pricing. It's right there. Okay, good. So more or less, today was a pretty quick one. It's what is circle prospecting, because I know some people have come up to me and are like, yeah, I read this in your paper and I have no clue what it is and what it means. If you want phone numbers for the neighbors around the houses that you're going to be holding open, like I said, just reach out to me. Give them a call. You should be excited. Hey, I'm holding open a house. I would love for you to kind of swing by and come check it out. It's a fantastic house. By the way, do you know anybody that might be looking to buy a house in this neighborhood? We've just found that most of the time it's one of the neighbors that ends up selling the house. No? Hey, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Yes? Wonderful. Can I reach out to them? How can I get in touch with them? So that's what I would be doing. It's another opportunity. You should be farming the hell out of your open houses. It's a great lead source. And just putting out some signs and throwing up some flyers at the open house, in my opinion, it's not enough. You could do a hell of a lot more and get a lot more traction because of it. Does anybody have any questions for me? Any questions? All right, if not, just so you guys know, I'm going to be reaching out to the affiliates today, and I'm going to see, and also some friends. I think I'm going to start bringing on some of my personal friends on the investor side. I'm going to start having people come and sit in and start actually running different training sessions to basically start educating us on a whole bunch of other things. You know, I don't know if you guys heard the Michael Quarles podcast I listened to last night if you checked it out, but it was kind of cool. I love that guy, man. He's such a good guy, and I just love his approach to when you are calling people. I thought it was appropriate um, for where we kind of are right now, but I'm going to try to get him on and have him give a one-on-one with just him and our team, whoever wants to jump on and listen to him. I'm probably going to do another one with Francisco. He reached out to me yesterday, see if he wants to do a go-to meeting. I'm going to bring on a couple investor friends of mine to do go-to meeting, and some of the lenders. I know one of the lenders want to sit down and talk in depth on VA loans and the process, so you can start basically helping your clients qualify stuff. So that's something I'm going to be doing here in the very, very near future. I'm starting to figure out this go-to meeting system a lot better. I should be able to start. I'm doing a voice recording today, and I'm going to start doing voice and video recordings probably next week. So that way we can start archiving everything that we talk about. If you yourself would like to start passing information, or if you would like to do an individual class on things that you're learning or what's going on, great. We might even start using GoToMeeting. I'll plug it into the conference room when we do our weekly meetings. This may become a platform where we can all sit down, talk, communicate without having to physically, because I know some people have to drive pretty far, but we can all still connect. Now, if you want to learn more about this platform that I'm using, I personally think it's a good idea to maybe explore it, check it out. I'm starting to find that I'm starting to use it more and more for clients. You know, you're not always going to get an opportunity to sit down face-to-face or go and see a client, especially clients that are not physically in this state. But being able to jump on a computer and they can sit down and look at you and you can look at them and you can actually have a conversation about their home, and then pull up your screen and show the screen and show them what's going on with their house, what marketing you've done, and actually give an update on how you're selling their house and what marketing is taking place is pretty huge. In my opinion, it's pretty huge. So that's just my thought. Why do people keep putting it down Thursday? I know it's Thursday. Today's Thursday. Thank you. Is it not Thursday? Did I say something different? Or did I say meetings were on Thursday? Meetings are on Tuesday. But anyways, GoToMeeting could be a good opportunity for you to reach out and talk to clients. And I don't know. It's just my thoughts. I'm going to keep exploring with it because I think it's pretty freaking cool. Any other questions? I'll ask one more time if there's any questions. None? Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you. I will be in the office pretty much all day today. I don't have any listing appointments until tomorrow. Thank you much, and I'll talk to you all later. All right. Have a good one. Bye.